got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
To return it is Corey Grant. Dances by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
Chronologically, he may be approaching that age where people are starting to wonder about him a little bit, but when you saw him play a year ago, you didn't wonder at all. He looked like he was right there in the prime of his career. Had his 6th 4,000-yard season and looked at his best still throwing the deep ball.
Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Decker's Titans going up against Alan Hearns' Jaguars. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
I still remember a scouting report that a former Giants GM had on Eli Manning coming out of Mississippi. He simply said he has it. And we always talk about the it factor, which means they're going to play large in big moments, in key situations, and Eli Manning has always had that.
They go play action here on first down. And oh, right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. With it is Jackson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Tennessee Titans, this offense, and Marcus Mariota, they'll be hoping to put in some touchdowns into the end zone, because in that win over the Browns last week, it was a win, but it was ugly. They only mustered 4 field goals.
Yeah, to them it was a work of art because they won. You're exactly right. To everyone else, it was an ugly win, but you could almost feel it coming, couldn't you? Because they were coming off that Monday night win, emotional win against Indianapolis, a team, a franchise that had handled them, 16 straight times, 17 straight times. So for them to come back and play Cleveland, you knew the letdown was there. But Ryan Suckup, 4 field goals, got it done.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now we get a peek at the Titan offense.
The 2016 Tennessee Titans offense liked to bill itself as exotic smash mouth, and they got the smash mouth part down correctly. Finished 3rd in the league in rushing, but only 25th in passing. So to become more exotic, they've got to get better play from their wide receivers on the perimeter.
Second down following the run. They go with Murray again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
No other way to say it, but it was an off year for DeMarco Murray in Philadelphia, and Chip Kelly's offense didn't really seem to be a fit. But when he went to Tennessee playing for Mike Mularkey, boy, did he fit in a big way.
Finished 3rd in the NFL in rushing behind Ezekiel Elliott and a late-charging Jordan Howard. He was ahead of Howard much of the year.
I remember Coach Mularkey in preseason said, DeMarco Murray's my #1 back. He'll get plenty of carries here, and he did.
On first down, Murray. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's the defense for Jacksonville, or get ready, pun haters, Saxonville, after they had, 10 sacks this last week in their win over Indianapolis?
10 against Indianapolis, which absolutely totally disrupts any type of offense you're trying to run. Jacoby Brissett under siege the entire game. They got 33 sacks now in the season. That leads the league. The second-place team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, with 24. And remember, Pittsburgh is also known as Blitzburg. So if they can beat Blitzburg, Jacksonville can definitely beat Saxonville. And that type of pass rush, they could ride that all the way to the playoffs.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Room here to run. And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, 28 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Second down now after the pass completion. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. That incompletion gives me the chance to bring up Joe Thomas, who last week had his consecutive play streak ended. Charles, he was out there for 10,363 consecutive snaps.
He is the NFL's version of Lou Gehrig, Cal Ripken in baseball. The true Iron Man. Talk about doing your job on a team that never went to the playoffs, never had a winning season. 6 head coaches, 6 general managers, 20 quarterbacks in 10.5 seasons, yet he still did his job, and he did it really, really well. Pro Bowl level every year.
Tough news now for him, though, out for the season.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
On third down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
In his 10th year, here's Brett Kern to punt this one. Back deep for the Jaguars, Marquise Lee. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Manning. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Now whistles here And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Play action. Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, it's Manning. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Manning complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now Manning on the bootleg. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake. Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daquan Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. First down, Mariota. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To the air again. Mariota out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Murray. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On play action, Mariota trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Rashard Matthews, 67 yards. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On play action, now Manning. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Fresh set of downs here. Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's a give to Fournette. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Here's Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I want to take a glance back to last week real quick. We got a second. That Raiders-Chiefs game. How about that ending? 4 last plays. That was an instant classic.
We can laugh about it. Kansas City is not going to. But when I went back and reviewed all of those plays, I found all the penalties that were called. That was an ending unlike any ending I've ever seen, and especially in a classic rivalry game with Kansas City and Oakland. But what a way to finish for Oakland, a game they absolutely had to have to keep their season going.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. From the gun, Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Calais Campbell, all 6 feet 8 inches of him, signed away from Arizona in the offseason. He's going to be a mainstay, the defensive front for Jacksonville.
8 sacks last year, hoping to build off that. Those 8 sacks were just one off his career high.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, whole lot of man.
Here's Brett Kern now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch right, watch right. That's right, baby.
From the gun, it's Manning. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down following the run. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Lee's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. He finds Ivory here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Bohannon, the fullback, and he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll give him a yard on the play. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st down, this is Ivory. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sylvester Williams in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches, I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans are close to finishing off this football game. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Tenth carry of the game now. Murray. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Titans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota hands to Henry. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.